Hey everybody, welcome to Round the Twist episode, I don't even know, I'm so unprepared today, I'm sorry. 314, evidently. It is December 6th, 2017, and I desperately need this. I'm pretty sure it's Mango Island. I ground it last week, so I'm not even really sure right now. All I know is it's caffeine and I need it. So how have you guys been? I'm better, mostly. I'm still, I'd say, in the recovery phase from my illness, so it's been a couple weeks. Let me catch you up. On Thanksgiving Day, I was actually working at the hospital, doing my day job as a nurse. And about 4 in the afternoon, I went from having pretty much a full voice to squeak, nothing. Managed to finish out my shift, called in, basically spoke to the oncoming charge nurse and I'm not going to be here tomorrow. This is not going to be resolved in a day. My voice did not come back until I think it was Sunday or Monday. I can't remember exactly. At which point, a cold manifested itself and I pretty much laid on the couch and went, I'm sick for a few days, and then I had to work, and better living through chemistry. Thank God for cold medicine. I managed to make it through this week. I'm mostly better. I still lingering effects of the cold, so if I'm sniffly, I apologize greatly. But it's colder here. It's colder in the house. I'm actually kind of chilled right now, and I think that's just from being sick, because I'm normally not this chilled. Plus it's gotten chillier, like the high is the low 40s, which I know is warm because hello, Colorado. But excuse me. Yeah, coffee, a warm sweater. And when I'm done here, I'm going to go upstairs and snuggle with the dogs and yeah. So let's get going. I've actually done quite a bit this week. Of course I don't have what I need where I need it. Because who does these things prepared, right? So these aren't, I'm just getting things ready. Let's start with what's on my needles, because even when I was sick with a cold, I still managed to get some knitting done. First is something new-ish. It's a pattern you've seen before. But it is a new project. I didn't write out show notes, so we're going to go off of my Ravelry page. That's why we're kind of angled differently than usual. So this is called Andrea Needs a Co-Pilot. And yes, it is the Co-Pilot cowl by Dominique Trad. It is available for free over on Ravelry. Started this for a friend from work. You can see I'm partway into the first mesh bit. I managed not to screw it up like I did mine. I rewrote the little sticky note pattern. So let me, rewrote it. So it's all correct. That's sad. This is how I'm carrying my pattern around. That's how simple this pattern is. You can write it out on one sticky note. Is there a chance I'll lose that sticky note? Most likely, but for right now, it's working. So I started this on November 30th-ish. I can't remember exactly. Again, cold medicine-induced haze. No clue. So this was the Wollmeise that I dug out of my stash a while ago and pulled it out of the bag. And even though it was 8 years old, it was still in the cellophane wrapper. And when I opened it, that wonderful smell of the wool wash that she uses, that Claudia uses, just permeated everything. So it's been wonderful working with this again. So these are the old school Wollmeise tags. And the colorway is, I'm sorry, I'm going to butcher the German, Hallerstauden? Maybe, roughly. And it's, obviously, it's not going to show well on the show. Because when she picked this color, I was like, oh yeah, it's gorgeous. Oh, that's going to be terrible to show on the show. So there is no blue. It's this deep And back here it looks black, but it is actually like a deep, deep burgundy, and you can tell it's almost been, it was probably like a fuchsia and a few different shades of purple that was then over dyed with black. You can kind of, oh, there, oh, kind of this bit over here is kind of accurate. This, ignore this because this is too blue. But this bit over here is actually pretty accurate for color. So she wanted something purple burgundy-ish, and I pulled this out, and she, along with a skein of yarn from Tempted, and said, well, these are the two that I have that are closest to what you want. She goes, oh, cool, can you put them together? And I went, no. You get one of my coveted skeins. You don't get multiple ones. So, oh, sorry, I've got, no. Sorry, Windows Update just popped up and I don't want to lose what's on the computer. I'm making this up on a US 6, a 4.0 millimeter needle. I didn't bother to weigh the skein because I know Volmisa has huge skeins of yarn, 574 yards, so I'm not too worried. It's got my little black sheep stitch marker riding around on it. That's from Wee Ones. I'm not even sure if she's still... She used to be over on Etsy, and I have a ton of her little stitch markers, but that's my main thing I've been knitting on. The other thing that got some work this week was, and I'm not used to having to click on the computer while I'm talking to you guys, so I'm sorry. The Stained Glass Take Two blanket. Got some love. This is the Juggling Hexes pattern by Wendy Harbaugh. And again, I'm sorry, completely unorganized. It's driving me crazy, but more coffee, more coffee. I did not have time to write out show notes. I will do better next week. Oh, I'll catch you up on the rest later. So, I showed you guys I got this lovely bag of goodies from... brain is blanking. Carolyn, I can't remember her name, her username, over on Instagram had offered to send me a bag of her leftover Socks That Rock scraps, things from the sock club, partial skeins, along with the small little, the little mini skeins that each skein comes with when you're part of the Rock and Sock Club. So what I did, I took the 5 skeins of yarn, or the partial skeins that she sent, and I did centers. So I've got Firecracker. I think this is, it looks plain white, but it's very subtle variation. There's some pale green yellow through it. This is Sweet Pea. This is one I can't remember, but I never would have picked for myself, so it's perfect. Peridot and Periwinkle, I think. And that looks way too blue. Way too blue. This is better. It's like highlighter yellow, and there's some purple and bluish and white in it. There is Wild Irish Girly. The color is terrible today. I don't know what's going on. The light from outside's different or what? Wild Irish Girly, which doesn't look anything like that. And I can't remember, and this one might be Firecracker, and then I'm wrong about the other one. I think I'm wrong about the other one. Anyway, I got 5 centers done. Actually, I got 6, because, as you'll see coming up, I finished hubby's hunting socks. And I made that center and joined it on. So I did 6 centers, joined on, because I wanted to have all of my original. So here's the 43 original colors. Whole thing. There you go. Along with 5 more, so I will be up to 48 centers once those are joined on. I did weigh the mini skeins. So there's both lightweight and medium weight. My Wild Irish Girly was medium weight. The rest I think were lightweight. The lightweight centers take 5 grams. 5 grams. The medium weight centers take 6. Using an F hook, a 3.75 millimeter hook for these. And those little mini skeins only are 3 grams. So I'm debating what I'm going to do with them because there's a ton of them in there. She sent me like 15 or 16 of them. Something crazy like that. All these little mini skeins. And it's enough to do at least part of the centers. So what I'm almost thinking is do as much as I can with the 3 grams and then just finish the rounds out with the black so it will just be smaller centers. That banging you hear is my daughter not napping. Yeah, we're having a nap time struggle right now. And yeah, she needs to nap and she won't nap. Kind of scared me because I thought it was someone banging on the front door. I'm like, oh my God, is the house on fire for like half a second. My stomach dropped from like here down. Oh. Social anxiety, it's a lovely thing. I don't want to have to interact with people. This is why I stay home. Anyway, so I've got this lovely thing. I need to join those 5 centers on, and then I'll move on and start working on repeating colors and keep going. So, yay. In the meantime, so along with those 2 things, that's it for what I've actively got on the needles. I thought that's pretty good. Along with that, I managed to finish 2 things. 2 FOs. Yes, that's right. I had 2 FOs. Mwahaha. First up, the one I just mentioned, hubby's hunting socks. I'm going to get them on the sock blockers here, and these are not my larger sock blockers, so they're going to look huge. Not bad. These are done. They have been washed and blocked. Obviously no pictures up on Ravelry yet, but hubby's hunting socks. Finished 2. So these are just my 64 stitch, top-down vanilla socks with a heel flap. Oh, hello, Daisy. You're coming to say hello. Poor puppy. You're fine. Knit them up on a US 1.5, which is a 2.5 millimeter needle. These are out of Blue Moon Fiber Arts Socks that rock lightweight in the colorway Field and Stream, which was part of the Rockin' Sock Club about 3 years ago, if I remember right. Hubby loves them. They fit. I did have to do some jiggery pokery to make it work because I've gotten so used to doing a 72 stitch count that when I was decreasing the gusset down, rather than decreasing to 32, 32, I decreased to 36. So I had to do some extra, I had to do the toe a little funky, do a double decrease just on the sole side on the first round. And anyway, they're done. They fit him. He's happy. They are washed. They are blocked. They are ready for him to wear. And that is going to, was his birthday present. Because he wouldn't tell me what he wanted for his birthday. So these were finished. I started them October 28th. I finished them November 26th. So these were for his birthday on the 1st of December. Yay. Second thing. I don't know why I didn't feel like pulling out the Juggling Hexes, the stained glass blanket. I didn't feel like pulling out the Copilot cowl because I've been knitting on nothing but that for a few days. And then on our little behind the sofa table, which is pretty much my knitting central, I see Tara's little, why did I click on that? See, here's another reason why I don't use this. I see the sweater I've been working on for Tara for over a year now. And there wasn't a whole lot left to it. I think the last time I talked to you guys, I had seamed both sleeves and woven in ends on one sleeve. So in the last day, 2 days-ish, I wove in the ends on the second sleeve and all down the front where I think it's the left front. Maybe it's the right front. No, it's the left front where you change colors. And I picked up and knit the button bands. So I have a finished Playful Stripes cardigan. So this is on my project page. This is the Disappointing Stripes project. The pattern is Playful Stripes cardigan by Alana Dakos. I did because of, I don't know, like yarn blindness at Interweaves Yarn Fest when I was buying the yarn. I purchased a worsted weight yarn when the pattern clearly calls for a sport weight, but they had this, so I got the Blueface Leicester worsted from Lisa Souza in the beautiful Joseph's Coat, which is the yoke and the bands at the bottom and at the sleeves. And then Gray Blade is the main color, because I'm not going to put my child in white. She is a mess. So I had to do some math. Ended up doing the 9-month size for number of stitches once I figured out my swatch. I started this all the way back in mid-September, September 13th of 2016, and it took me until December 5th, 2017 to finish it. I still have to purchase buttons, which I just didn't feel like leaving the house today, so that will happen this weekend, and then the buttons will be sewn on, and this will be done. I'm going to wet block it tonight just to get the button bands to lay nicer. I ended up picking up almost not exactly what I needed, because I did length for the size 6, which is I think the top size, but I just picked up stitches and then looked at the pattern and went, what's the closest one to what I need? There's a child out of their bedroom. Mama is not going to be happy if they come down here. So, this is done, minus buttons. Yay. And I tried it on her this morning, and miracle of miracles, it still fits. Yay. That's it. That's everything that I've been doing in the last 2 weeks, except for one other small thing. A week ago, our dishwasher died. Like, died. Not working. Yeah, there is a small child out of their room, and Mama is not happy right now. So we got a great deal on a dishwasher from Lowe's. They were having their annual appliance sale, which means that our new dishwasher will not be here until next Monday. That's close to 2 weeks with a non-functioning dishwasher. I am hating having to do dishes by hand. Hate it, hate it, hate it, but no one else in this house will do dishes. So it's all me. Speaking of, I still have lunch dishes to do, and obviously I have a small child who is out of their room and not napping, even though I put them down less than half an hour ago. So I'm going to go deal with that. And until next week, everyone, happy knitting.